Let's go through the wild week that was. Let's put a bow on it and let's just start the weekend. Let's eat.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the locker room on YouTube. You know what it is. Let's get it. Hey. Locker room. Yeah, we in the locker room. Texas talk. Yeah, you know what we about to do. Localize every angle's what we really do. We the source. We the pulse of the city too. Landlocked. Got the game.
What a week it was. My goodness. It was supposed to be a slow week. DeMeco Ryans made it a little bit longer. CJ Stroud made us feel like we were just breezing into training camp, and then the Jimmy Ward news broke, and all of a sudden the Texans were at the top of the news. It is the locker room, number one source for Texans digital content. This can be a quick one. I want to sprint into the weekend. I want to relax. I know everyone wants to kind of relax. And this has been a really wild week. So it started out with Willie or won't he? Will CJ Stroud throw? DeMeco Ryans, Nick Caserio, they made it more difficult than it needed to be. All they needed to say was general soreness. The first time he didn't throw, instead, they acted like it was normal. Then they addressed it. Then they didn't want to address it. And then it was almost like, why were y'all even talking about it? But we did see CJ Stroud throw. And it felt like after that happened, it was going to be a very smooth sailing thing into training camp, and we were all going to get to relax. Then after minicamp breaks, we wake up the next morning and we get the Jimmy Ward news, which is not getting any better for Jimmy Ward. Jimmy Ward is facing a lot of trouble. It doesn't seem like anything is getting better for him. I know the Houston Chronicle's been all over it. I know that the prosecutor kind of dropped the hammer on Jimmy Ward, had a lot of things to say about what Jimmy Ward allegedly did. And now we just wonder how the Texans are going to handle this whole thing. And this is a situation that was already polarizing. Jimmy Ward's spot on the roster was already a polarizing one because many question why he got the extension last year. And now I think the odds are against Jimmy Ward being on this squad. Shout out to HDAV Traveler on the super chat.
Swarm.
Happy weekend to you, TGIF. Shout out to the throwback TGIFers, the ones who used to go to Blockbuster Video, order pizza, and watch TGIF on ABC, Full House, all that type of stuff. I was really, really into that type of thing. A lot of people calling for Jimmy Ward to get released. I think that's probably going to happen. It would be hard to imagine Jimmy Ward being on this squad. They might let it play out. It might be something that goes into the next month or so. But you got to think, even though DeMeco Ryans and him are tight, that's going to be done. So I do wonder, like in an alternate universe, how DeMeco Ryans would have handled this. And I actually sympathize with DeMeco on this. I think there's a lot of times where DeMeco makes it more difficult on himself when it comes to dealing with the media, a.k.a. saying Kenyon Green was playing good when everybody watching has eyes, a.k.a. saying that Christian Harris is basically week to week when it was pretty apparent that he was not. I think a lot of times DeMeco Ryans will make stuff more difficult for himself. But in this instance, given the history he has with Jimmy Ward, given the fact this is not like some sort of pattern or anything with Jimmy Ward, I do wonder how he would have handled this. Like, this probably would have been really tough for him. I'm sure eventually we'll get DeMeco Ryans' comments. I don't really think the national media, and I would say even a large portion of the local media hasn't really like zoned in, and I don't want to use the word obsessive, but talked about the dynamic between Jimmy Ward and DeMeco Ryans as much as myself. So I think in this instance, Jimmy Ward is going to get treated like just another guy because that's the way business is, but he's far from that when it comes to DeMeco Ryans. So in an alternate universe, I do kind of wonder how DeMeco Ryans would have handled this situation had he been asked about it. It's not easy. And again, I said this yesterday, I'll say it again. A lot of us have known people, I would think, that their alleged actions or their actions kind of surprise you. and you just don't really know what to say. And that kind of hurts the most, especially with everything that's gone on with DeMeco and Jimmy. So I would say that DeMeco is probably very, 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 very pleased that he does not have to meet with the media and they can kind of figure this out. And I would say he's probably going to be done before camp, but camp is 40 days away, 41 days away, however you do the math. So they got plenty of time to figure it out. But from a human element, I know there's always like a portion of the internet that wants to say, what about, yeah, I get it. Like obviously the victim is, like, if we're power ranking victims in this situation, if the worst case scenario happened, obviously she's at the top. But I mean, DeMeco didn't, he didn't have anything to do with this. So it's got to feel kind of weird for him. So we'll see how that goes. Someone in the chat saying that their buddy saw DeMeco on vacation today. I would wonder where DeMeco went on vacation. He needs one. He probably needs one for sure. And I encourage DeMeco to get a vacation and get the hell out of here for sure, and get the heck out of this. So I would recommend DeMeco going on vacation. Don't know where he goes. Got a couple kids. So DeMeco, do that. Don't know if DeMeco's on that high grade though. Don't know if he is.
High grade marijuana called Kush on the streets.
I would doubt it. DeMeco kind of has a squarish way about him. I don't think DeMeco's on that high grade, but you never know. Maybe. Don't know. DeMeco strikes me as a guy who goes on a vacation and then he orders like a pina colada or something like a fruity-ish drink, which I don't think it makes you any less manly. I think you just drink what you want, but he drinks that and then he's just completely loose. Wakes up the next day with a headache, feels like he has to go to the gym. DeMeco's definitely 100%. If he goes on vacation, he's a gym guy. He's going in the gym at like 6 and running on the treadmill and getting like a lift in. He's that dude. He's the guy that you walk in to the gym. He's getting like a full sweat. You stumble out of vacation. You're like, oh man, what did I do last night? And you look up, you're going to the ice machine because you got like cotton mouth. You're waking up in the hotel room. You got like cotton mouth. You're like, you open it. You don't even have your key. So you like fold the thing out to where the door just like hits to where you can walk. You probably don't even take time to put your shoes on. And you're like, oh God, where's the ice machine? You go to the ice machine, you get the ice so that you can have some ice for your water, unless they already have a fridge in the hotel, which is even better. But as you're like walking, you see him getting out of the elevator and he's like drenched in sweat. Looks like he just like got a full workout in at like 7:30 as you're trying to get your water. You're trying to get your pre-Z water just so you can drink your water and go back to sleep. That is 100% what DeMeco's doing. DeMeco's doing all that. Victor says, I feel that Landry and Cody became even stronger broads. Landry should do a little less high grade and Cody a lot more high grade. Dude, I don't think y'all understand. A lot of people do. Me and Cody have known each other for 20 years almost. So I've seen him at his craziest. He's seen me at my craziest. And a lot of times when you go on a stream, we're trying to be as authentic as possible. So sometimes he'll carry me, sometimes I'll carry him. I've seen Cody to where I've had to carry him out of places and he's fallen down to where he can't even get in the crib and he's doing like the Undertaker rise up. Just being goofy. So we know each other, and Cody's definitely the better half. So he's the best in the game when it comes to the Texans. So there's no like this is like that's how me and Cody are. I think someone called us the super bad duo. I guess he's Jonah Hill. I don't know what that would make us, but that's it. Primetime V says he's doing homework, but he's still locked in on the stream. What kind of homework you doing, bro? I can't imagine doing homework right now. I mean, like show prep, I guess, is technically homework, but like homework that I don't want to do, that's not fun, man, that would suck. HDAV Traveler says, hopefully there's no slime in the ice machine. Shout out to Marvin Zindler, RIP. Marvin Zindler, one of the best goats. Team Player says Stoots is the man, 1000%. Bro Talk, 100%. Landry, definitely bad cop, I guess. Who do you think fills Ward's spot? I don't know that he has a spot to fill. I thought he was like a super sub. So I think CJ Gardner-Johnson starts at one safety. Kalen Bullock starts at the other. MJ Stewart's your backup safety. Jalen Petrie is your nickel. Jalen Reed's the backup to him. And you still have decent safety depth. So I don't think it was like anything crazy like that. Primetime V says he's doing speech class. Okay. Crazy. Very, very crazy. But pour one out for Marvin. Good ass dude. But yeah, it was an interesting week. I'm trying to be short today. I want to take a nap. I want to go to sleep. I'm tired. It's been a long ass day personally and everything like that. So that's just kind of where we're at. I don't think Derek Stingley would do good in speech class. I don't think Daniil Hunter would do awesome in speech class. I don't think that Nick Chubb would do good in speech class. That would be probably the worst debate team of all time. If you want to put together like the worst debate team in league history, let's say you have to have 4. I would say Stingley, Christian Harris, Nick Chubb, and maybe DeMeco. Don't know if DeMeco is like a real good speech dude. So we'll see how that goes. Shout out to Derek Stingley. I don't think Derek Stingley had to do too much homework in BR. Appreciate everyone for rolling through. We're just summarizing the week. We'll get back into it next week. This is a short one. Short stream. Crazy week. Wasn't supposed to be a crazy week. I'm going to go relax. I'm going to unwind. I'm going to chill. And I'm going to enjoy the fam a little bit. And I'm always going to remember when it comes to this Texan stuff, we're all in it together. Appreciate y'all for coming through.
Headlock, localize every time, can't stop, won't stop. Yeah, we top 2 and we not too. Plugged in daily digital on YouTube. We got taste for days, opinions to give, we got takeaways. If it's up, then it's